All right, so we're over here at Twin Creek. Looking forward to probably a 4-mile run today. Sorry to blind you, but it's just too hot to have a shirt on today. All right, let's have some fun. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Dan the Ultra Dad here. Hope you're all doing well. Hope your training's going well. So I don't know if you can notice, but my studio's set up a little bit differently than it was before. No major changes, except I'm in a different place in my basement. So we're going to try it out. I like this new situation here. There's a lot more room for me to develop and kind of put things in the background and stuff. So yeah, we'll see. We'll see how it works. Anyway, tonight, I hope you enjoyed my run today. I had a really good time. It was a short little run, 3.5 miles, I believe, over at Twin Creek. Tonight, I want to talk about a couple different hydration energy mixes that I use and that I've tried out during different ultra marathons. Specifically, and we're going to put them both head-to-head. Specifically, I want to compare Heed by Hammer Nutrition and TAILWInd. And this particular flavor is the Colorado Cola caffeinated version. So these, first of all, TAILWInd, we'll get Heed out of the way. TAILWInd has been my go-to energy mix, hydration mix. That's what I've been using over the past few years. It's been my go-to. It's been the one that I've used. It's advertised to be easy on your stomach, simple and complete, tasty all day. And this one in particular has a caffeine boost. Pretty much every flavor I've had with TAILWInd, it dissolves very quickly into water, and it doesn't come out of solution from the best I can tell. It's advertised as a mix that you could use all day, and basically the theory is you don't have to eat anything. I totally disagree with that. I still have to eat real food, gels, things like that. I bring all of it. But TAILWInd is a very nice complement to a more comprehensive nutrition approach. And it does a very good job, for me at least, of keeping me pretty steady with the electrolytes and the sodium that I need. I still do, as you know, I try to take a couple salt pills as well, especially on a very hot and humid day. TAILWInd is a really nice base. I guess that's what I want to. That's probably how I describe it. It is a really great way to get you started on a hydration side and have you down the right path as you're, just demanding just a crazy amount of energy out of your body. And it helps your body to keep up, I guess, a bit with your hydration. So If I'm doing handhelds, I'll do 1 bottle Tailwind and 1 bottle water to kind of switch back and forth, because sometimes flavors for any energy mix can be a little bit overwhelming, a little bit sweet for me. And if my stomach is turning at all, or even just in the beginning stages of turning on me during a race, that sweet taste isn't always the best. However, I just finished a bag of Tailwind Naked flavor, and the Naked flavor is a little bit easier than some of the others. This is the Colorado Cola. It tastes a lot like, Diet Coke or Coke, and I really enjoy that flavor. I like drinking Coke, actually, real Coke, when I'm, at aid stations as well. But this particular flavor is great with Tailwind. I think having the caffeine as well is very helpful, especially when you're doing a 100-miler and you're going overnight. It can help keep you awake. Again, I still find myself having to take a couple caffeine pills as well. I know that's not going to make any of the naturalists out there happy, and I do apologize for that, but that's just kind of my style. It's all in moderation, though. Keep that in mind. But Tailwind, I think, is a great way to help your body keep up on the hydration and the electrolyte side of things. Let's talk a little bit about Heed. And this is really the only flavor that I've tried from Hammer Nutrition, so definitely take that with a grain of salt, and that was not a pun intended. Sorry about that. But Heed is one of their, they call it their high energy electrolyte drink, and this particular flavor is mandarin orange. And the reason I have this huge tin of Heed, and actually I have another one as well, was because my dad volunteered at the Mohican 100, and they had some extra supplies at the end, and so he ended up with a couple of these tins. And they had this along the way during the race at the Mohican 100. Heed was the drink of the day. It's what they had at all the aid stations. The problem is, when I took this home and I tried to use it, I can't seem to get the powder to actually dissolve completely into the water that I want it to. And maybe I'm using too much of it, but I'm trying to use the amount that's recommended on the container. And it's still, it always ends up with little flakes of powder that stay out of solution. I don't like having anything that's not dissolved in my drink when I'm trying to drink it down. So maybe I'm doing it wrong, I don't know, but that is a huge drawback for me with Heed. I was hoping, because I got these for free, to be using them, but I really don't like having those little flakes and little bits of powder that are not dissolved, because I can actually, and they're big enough, if it's small enough, that'd be one thing, but they're big enough that you actually can feel them on your tongue and in your mouth, and it's just really, it just doesn't give me a good feeling when I'm trying to drink out of a bottle or trying to hydrate. So anyway, so from that standpoint, I just can't do it. I just can't use this Hammer Nutrition Heed because I see these flakes in the water. And I've tried shaking it in a bottle. I've tried stirring it, of course, and I just can't seem to get it to work, get it to actually dissolve. Whereas Tailwind, it dissolves very, very quickly and very easily. Basically leaves nothing behind. I'm not going to get into all the ingredients. One thing that I think is interesting, though, is that Tailwind has a bunch of sugar in it, and Heed from Hammer Nutrition does not, which it has a very little bit of sugar, which is interesting. So if staying away from sugar is what you're going for, then Tailwind is probably not what you want to pick. For me, I don't mind sugar. I actually think, like I said, I like to drink Coca-Cola sometimes, which is not diet, just regular Coke, which is chock full of sugar and caffeine. And when I'm running on empty, literally running on empty in an ultra marathon, that helps a lot. So that's probably why Tailwind works so well for me, because it has all that sugar in it, whereas Heed does not. It has a little bit, but really not much at all. There are, of course, other brands out there. Trying to think, there's tons of other brands. You got Morton's, you have Unived, of course, you have regular Gatorade, stuff like that. I really like to drink Gatorade. Tell me what you think about drink mixes. What brand do you use? I'd be curious to hear. Definitely mention in the comments below. I know there's a ton out there, and I'm missing a bunch, and I'm not able to name them all. But I really like this Tailwind. It's done just a great job for me. So, and the heed, maybe someone can tell me what I'm doing wrong. I don't know. That was really all I wanted to talk about tonight. Just comparing these two drink mixes and trying to explain to you why I really like Tailwind. And I think that's all I have. So anyway, thanks again for joining me tonight. Thank you for following along with my journey to the Grindstone 100. If you want to see more videos as I make my way towards that race and tell you all about my training, definitely hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up as well if you like this video in particular, and hit that bell notification if you'd like to see future videos. There's going to be quite a few between now and the Grindstone 100. So, all right, thanks again for joining me. We'll catch you in the next one.